Star Crew glory. But yes, I was at the time. I hooked up with Eric Doyle. He went to Spring Hill College. I was at South Alabama and Mobile, and we became friends. He was racing the Star Boat. Of course, he was from Mississippi. And so we teamed up together, and we were a couple young guys trying to take on the Star class, which, as you know, it's a very, the boats were very, very expensive. We were just out of college, or actually I was still going to college, and we started sailing the Star Boat on the Gulf Coast, winning some stuff, and then we took the show on the road to Florida, and we trained for the '92 Olympic Games, and we had a great time. We both learned a lot, and obviously we didn't go to the Olympics. Mark Reynolds took care of that for us. Local guy here, of course, multi-Olympic medalist.
He did okay.
He continues to do well. He's a great sailor, great sailmaker. And actually, speaking of Mark, he actually asked me, or paid me, to drive his boat in a Star Boat back from Miami to San Diego. And of course, on the way out, like that's before cell phones, I called him up and I said, "Hey Mark, I'm right on schedule. I'm going to make it for the Rollins Bowl Regatta, and I'll have your boat delivered on time, and I just want to give you a heads up." And he said, "Hey Mike, do you want to sail in the regatta?" And I'm like, "Wow, sail in the Pacific Ocean? Absolutely. I would love to sail in the Pacific Ocean. Sure, I'll crew for somebody." I didn't even ask him who it was. I was just excited to come from Miami to sail in San Diego. And when I got here, I was sailing with Chick Rollins. And at the time, everybody was surprised to see him in the parking lot. And unbeknownst to me, I found out later that night at a cocktail party that he had just open heart surgery.
Oh wow!
Like 6 weeks before or something ridiculous. And anyway, we went out there and we sailed the first day, and people literally were surprised at how well Chick Rollins was doing, considering his foe, 2 months earlier. So later that night, I went to Lee Kellerhouse's house, which is a house right over here on the water, just to our south. You can almost see it from here at the cupola. And we had a nice little birthday party, and I met Lee and Lori Kellerhouse. And while I was at the party, I was waiting for a friend of mine, Rick Peters. He was going to take me out to Pacific Beach, and we were going to go to a couple bars. Of course, when you're in your 20s, that's what you would do. And this guy walked up to me and kind of grabbed my arm and says, "What for you waiting?" I said, "What? Excuse me? What for you waiting?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my friend. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out to PB and have some drinks." "No, what for you waiting? What are you waiting?" And he's like pinching my stomach, pinching my arm. Like, "God, who is this guy picking me up?" Well, it was Vince Brune, and he was asking me with his thick Brazilian accent,
right,
"What am I weighing?" And it was kind of a joke among Star crews that the skippers would walk around the parties and kind of look at guys and ask them what they weigh.